be in this situation this close without Big Daddy's Bakers throwing him his whole team. You know, it's well analyzed that the Bakers pretty much do whatever Puffer wants. You know, Puffer likes to corner Big Daddy and have his way with him and good stuff like that. You know, those trades that they made for P. Diddy gave up Castro, who's a decent protectable, and got the whole world back in return. You know, it's that stuff that's going to put the integrity of the league out of line. You know, I know a bunch of general managers that are talking about moving on to a different league because the integrity right now of the CRL is kind of questioned with them two's actions alone. And I feel like we may need to take a vote as a league on the commissioner status of Puffer, because his actions right now just are not commissioner-like, and we need someone who's going to lead with integrity and do what's right. Next question, please.
This is Michelle Beadle from NBC Sports. Talk about your team and its hot start and where they are today.
Yes, you know, my scouting team did a great job before the draft. You know, a bunch of people during our fantasy auction went around looking, and they didn't have any faith. They were talking about Garrett's team, who had a solid team, and Big Daddy, and once again, P. Diddy's Reds, but nobody talked about the Cornholes. And I would like to say for 16 weeks straight, people, we've been in first place. Not even came down for a minute. 16 weeks. And that's because of the great general manager of the Cornholes and his scouting department. People say, oh, this team got lucky. No. They can think what they want. I'd be jealous too. 16 weeks in first place. You know, we started off hot. We've had a rough spot the past couple of weeks. We haven't been playing real well. But you know what? When it goes down, let's come back up. Especially when it's been up for 16 weeks. And P. Diddy's Reds thinks he's got a shot at winning this. Well, he's as close as he's going to get right now. My team has done well. I'm very proud of them. We need to bust it in for about 55 more games we got left. And then in year 2 of the Cornholes, I'll have a championship. And I'll be tied with the championship that Mr. P. Diddy has and Mr. Big Daddy. And Mr. P. Diddy's been in the league for 12 years. And I would have been here for 2, and I already have as many titles as him. That just shows that shows why I live the life of luxury, because I do in 2 years what most people do in 12.
This is Peter Gammons. Talk about P. Diddy's Reds' recent hot streak, and is it really possible for him to win the CRL title?
Win the title. He doesn't know what it's like to win. He hasn't won anything in 10 years. You know, I will give Mr. Puffer credit. He's made some good transactions. He's developed a pretty good team. You know, he's had the help of Big Daddy, bending him over whichever way he wants, but he's developed a good team, and you know, he's done what he needs to feel like to get his team ready to win. But that being said, like I said, some people are born winners and some people are not winners. And Mr. Puffer is not a winner, my friends. He's won 1 championship in the 12 years of the league. That's not a winner. That's a loser. I can't believe he's not been fired. If I was the owner of P. Diddy's Reds, that general manager would be out the door. That's just not getting it done. And with the questions, I was reading the USA Today this morning. P. Diddy's Reds integrity in question. I'm not the only one saying it, folks. It's out. It's out. And, you know, does he got a chance? Everybody's got a chance. I give Mr. Big Red Machine, Mr. Tyler Timms, one of my good friends, a chance. Everybody's got a chance. But let me just say, karma is a pain in the butt. If you're not going to do right, you don't have a prayer. And with my recent actions, you know, I've acquired Corey Hart. I've acquired Matt Holliday. Okay. Shane Victorino. I feel like I've made some great acquisitions. I'm about to jump up the ranks in power and home runs and RBIs. All right. Homer Bailey and A.J. Burnett are now anchoring my lineup. I'm starting pitching. I don't feel like anybody's going to catch me.
This is Tracy Wolfson from CBS Sports. Some say the CRL League is losing its integrity and in as early as 3 years may be no more. What's your thoughts on this?
It's sad. My thoughts are it's sad. You know, when you got the stuff going around that, as we talked about before, Big Daddy and Puffer got, it's hard to compete. You can't compete with that. I don't know why Puffer doesn't win the league every year. He's got Big Daddy to the side. You know, the integrity of the league is in question right now. It says the USA Today, one of the most prominent sources in all of America. And, you know, it hurts me because I've only been in it for 2 years. But at the same time, I've been in it for 2 years and I've already built a dynasty, as everybody can see. And now it's about to go out the door because people's integrity, you know, that's just not right. And, you know, we're going to do what's right, okay? Even if it does, for some odd reason, snowball and to finish in second or third place, we're going to do what's right. We're not going to lowball people. We're not going to cheat. All right? People question me and the Big Red Machines trades. You know what? Those trades helped him. Lucas Duda is a high prospect. He's a top 10 prospect. He's hit a little cold streak. Anybody ever heard of Ryan Leaf? He was the number 2 quarterback taken ever. Where's he at? He's selling insurance now. Some people just can't cut it. They have all the hype and they can't cut it. And so, you know, I hate to say it again, but at the next winter meeting, I'm going to bring up a vote about the integrity that leads our ship that we're on right now.
This is Wally Hall from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. It sounds as if the majority of CRL GMs think P. Diddy's Reds will win the title. What do you have to say to them?
I have to say that's why you're not in first place, and I am, because y'all aren't quite sure what's going on here. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, he has a good team. He's acquired Matt Kemp, Buster Posey. Okay, he's acquired some good players. He has Ryan Braun. I'm not denying that he doesn't have a good team. But 16 weeks of greatness doesn't lie. It's not a fluke. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks is a fluke. 16 weeks straight is not a fluke, my friends. And, you know, the fact that those other GMs have come out and said that just shows utter and ridiculous. I just don't know how it works for it. It just doesn't even make sense. 16 weeks straight and we're still not getting any love. But you know what? That's how I like it. I'll stay here in my beach house and look at the sun and the waves and eat $200 seafood platters every night and win first place, and they can sit back in the cornfields and the rice fields of Arkansas and do all the chirping they want to do. I'll reap the benefits right here where I'm at just fine.
This is Aaron Andrews again. Can you talk about what improvements and additions you have made to the cornholes over the past couple